Welcome to the training on parent engagement and welcome calls. Communication is very important at Georgia Connections Academy. It is the way in which we are able to engage with our families and ensure that students have all the information that they need. The way that we do that is primarily through webmail and phone calls. At the beginning of every year, we start the school year with our welcome calls. This is an opportunity to welcome families to our school and go over basic information. During the welcome call, you will talk to families that are returning and you will talk to families that are new. This is a welcome call checklist. This welcome call checklist will walk you through all the essentials that you need to discuss during your welcome call. When you are completing a welcome call, follow the steps listed here. You should have your student startup task data view and call log open at the same time. This way you are able to log all the details in your call and check off the information that's in the student startup data view. You'll want to introduce yourself as the student's homeroom teacher and let them know who you are subbing for. Confirm their address, county, and phone number, and confirm if they have a 504 IEP or if they receive ESOL accommodations. Confirm their courses, get to know the student, ask them about their previous school. Ask them why they chose Georgia Connections Academy as their school if they are new. If they've been here for a while, ask them what they enjoyed last year. What are your interests? What do you hope to do after you graduate from high school? This conversation is not too early to have in our lower school. If students are new to GACA, you will want to make sure that they've watched the Success Series videos. Students will be able to access these on their home page. If they answer yes to watching the Success Series videos, follow the questions that are listed here. If they have answered no to watching the Success Series videos, follow the questions that are listed here. If students have enrolled after the first day of school and they have completed the Getting Started course, please follow the prompts listed here. If students have not completed the Getting Started course, please follow the prompts and questions that are listed here. For students that are returning, the phone call will sound differently, and you can follow the list of questions and prompts that are listed here. You want to go ahead and schedule your next check-in call. Students should have access to your You Can Book Me link. This allows students to view your schedule and find a time that works for them and that works for you. Please check your You Can Book Me schedule regularly so that you do not miss any calls in which the student is available to talk to you. Calls must be made every 2 weeks to ensure that students are doing well and just to check in. You may speak with students during your live teacher time to also check in and answer any questions that they have. When we're talking about regular monthly calls, you can always follow the Who Should I Call list here. And how can families access videos? Any families that are struggling with specific topics or tasks or have any questions, you can always guide them to the Success Series videos on that particular topic. If students are having technical issues, you always want to give them the 1-800 number to contact so that they can get the technical support that they need. What do I do if I can't reach a family? That's a great question. Here are 5 things that you can do if you are unable to reach the family. Please send a webmail to new families only if you've tried to reach them and if they've started after August 5th. This lets them know what they should be doing in the meantime until you're able to speak to them on the phone. Listed below are suggested monthly homeroom call checklist. We've listed these by the month. Depending on when you are subbing, this would be a great resource to use to make sure you are speaking with your students on the tasks that fall within that particular month. If you are uncertain what any of these items mean, before you call the family, please reach out to your team or the supervisor to get clarity before making the phone call. If you get on a phone call and you're unable to answer a question, let the family know that you are a substitute and you will get the answer as soon as possible and give them a call back. This is the end of year call checklist. If you are subbing during the time as school is coming to a close, here are some things that you will want to discuss. If you are speaking with a student in 9th through 11th grade, here are items that you want to share with them. We have also listed some things to discuss with our 12th graders. We've also shared some summer school information below should students have any questions about summer school. Logging is key. Please be sure to log any call that you make or that you receive. Be very clear and specific about what was discussed during your call. Communicate all information that the parent or student has shared with you, and communicate all information that you have shared with that student. Calls are very important to make sure that everyone is on the same page, and logging is the documentation that we need. This is the information for our welcome call checklist and call plans. Parent engagement is very important. Student contact and engagement is also important. And in order for all of this to be successful, we have to speak to our students regularly. If you are struggling with reaching a student, there is a 3 attempts data view that you can complete for that student so that we can assist you with reaching that family. In order for you to discuss academic information with families, the learning coach and caretaker have to be listed as such on the log. If you call and the person that answers the phone is not listed as a caretaker or learning coach, you will just leave your name and number and ask that the caretaker or learning coach give you a call back. You may speak to the student and go over information with the student and support them in the way that they need to be supported. This is our information on parent engagement and welcome calls. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your substitute representative.